Good morning, students. Today we will start lesson number 8, Fire, Friend and Foe of Standard 7th English textbook. So, fire can be dangerous because it hurts people, it hurts the things, it hurts animals, it hurts even the big forest because usually during childhood days we teach the children not to go near the fire. Suppose if they touch the fire, they get burns. That's the reason we elders never keep the sharp things, medicines, and fire and all other dangerous things near the child. Fire causes the great harm, and at the same time, we have got many uses of fire. In this lesson, Fire, Friend, and Foe, we will learn few facts regarding fire. So, see on page number 114. Early man didn't know what fire was, but he must have seen the damage it could cause. The early man, so when the history of man starts or when the life of man starts on the earth, actually he does not know, he didn't discover fire. First of all, he could see the damage that fire caused. He must have watched lightning and volcanoes long before he began to use fire himself. Before he started using the fire for good thing or for a good cause, he might have seen the eruption of volcanoes as well as the lightning. This too for the most dangerous thing that could occur by nature. It causes naturally and accidentally also fire can cause damage. Fire was powerful and dangerous and he was frightened. Fire can also be frightening. Whenever you see the damage caused by the fire, you feel it causes a great damage and you may got frightened also. Fire was very powerful. At the same time, it's too dangerous too. Fire may have puzzled early man, but we now know that fire is a result of a chemical reaction. The fire that we can see is not just a physical activity, it is a chemical reaction also. Due to chemical reaction, the fire can be occurred. When the oxygen in the air combines with carbon and hydrogen in a fuel, a chemical reaction takes place. In order to make fire, we need to have fuel. Fuel is nothing but a matter which can make a fire. Fuel can be liquidized and sometimes solid also. The solidifying fuel can be coal. It is not completely solid, it is semi-solid type, but we can consider it as solid. Fuels can be petrol, kerosene also, diesel, etc. These are all liquidized fuel. Wood is a solid fuel. Fire can causes because of the combination of oxygen, hydrogen and carbon. All three gives together can form fire. Energy in the form of heat and light is released in this process. Whenever you form fire, you can see two important things: heat energy and light energy. This is what we call fire. So fire can be made very easily with the help of fuel. Three things are needed to make fire: fuel, oxygen and heat. So to make fire, three things are needed, that are fuel, oxygen and heat. Wood, coal, cooking gas and petrol are some examples of fuel. So examples of fuel are wood, coal, cooking gas and petrol, which I have already explained to you. Oxygen comes from the air. Through air we can get oxygen. That is why when you blow on smoldering paper, it often bursts into flame. There is a kind of paper called smoldering paper. Smoldering paper means paper which burns slowly without flame. For example, nowadays we are using fast card. हम फास्ट कार्ड यूज़ करते हैं मॉस्किटोज भगाने के लिए हमारे घर पे. तो वो क्या है, वो एक एग्जाम्पल है स्मोल्डरिंग पेपर का. पहले तो आग लग जाती है, फिर क्या होता है, उसमें धीरे धीरे धुआं निकलता है. द थर्ड thing needed to make fire is heat. Oxygen is required. Next is heat is required. पहले oxygen required था, अब heat भी required होती है. मतलब third thing है वो heat है. Fuel and oxygen do not make fire by themselves. Unless heat energy, even the fuel and oxygen also cannot be helpful in order to make fire. Even fuel and oxygen, they themselves not make fire, or else a newspaper or a stick lying in the open would catch fire on its own. फ्यूल एंड ऑक्सीजन दोनों मिलके फायर को मतलब फायर नहीं बन सकता है, वरना नहीं तो न्यूज़पेपर है, स्टिक्स है, वो सब भी अपने आप फायर कैच कर सकती. To burn a piece of paper or wood, we heat it before it catches fire. The fuel must be heated. Unless you heat the fuel cannot catch the fire or it will not burn. Simply fuel and oxygen does not work, but heat energy is also required. We generally do it with the lighted match. हम ज़्यादातर जली हुई मैच स्टिक से ये यूज़ करते हैं. एवरी फ्यूल हैज़ अ पर्टिकुलर टेम्परेचर एट विच इट बिगेन्स टू बर्न. हर फ्यूल का वो पर्टिकुलर टेम्परेचर होता है जिस पे वो बर्न होता है. दिस टेम्परेचर इज़ कॉल्ड द फ्लैश पॉइंट और काइंडलिंग टेम्परेचर ऑफ द फ्यूल. और ये फ्यूल के टेम्परेचर को हम फ्लैश पॉइंट कहते हैं या किंडलिंग टेम्परेचर भी कहा जाता है. जैसे पेट्रोल में जल्दी आग लग जाती है लेकिन वुड में थोड़ा टाइम लगता है. It is sometimes said that fire is good servant but a bad master. That's why what do we call it? In order to make fire, in order to kindle the fire, we need to have some heat energy. So we give a title to this: fire is a good servant but a bad master. Sometimes it serves in a good sense and sometimes it causes a great damage in large scale. That's why one quotation is given to fire. It only means that fire is very useful as long as it is kept under control. So always we have to keep it in our mind that the fire must be maintained properly. The fire must be kept under good control. Once a control is lost, it causes a late damage. So we all must be very careful. For instance, we use it to cook our food. Without fire, we cannot cook food and warm our homes during the winter season. In winter, we warm our homes with this fire and to generate electricity. Sometimes we generate electricity with fire. Generate here means produce, but on the other hand, if fire gets out of control, it can be very dangerous. But if it goes out of control, it can be very dangerous. It will burn everything. Each year, thousands of homes and shops are damaged by fire. We learn from our medias that each year, thousands of homes and shops are burned in fire. Vast areas of forest are also destroyed. Last year also, in the Amazon forest, thousands of acres of forests we have lost because of fire, and hundreds of people are killed or injured. Many people around the world died of fire, or sometimes they are injured. Just as three things are needed to start a fire, there are three main ways in which a fire can be put out. Put out means to extinguish. Just as three things are needed to start fire, in the same way the fire can be put out with the same things. In each one of the three things needed for burning is taken away. That is, one of the for burning has been taken away. It would be removed, then fire can be controlled. For example, we can take away the fuel. If you take away the fuel, the fire will stop. If the fire has fuel to feed on, the burning can take place. If no fuel is there, no burning can take place. We often let a fire die out simply by not adding more fuel to it. If you don't add more fuel to fire, the fire will naturally stop. The second way of putting out a fire is to prevent oxygen from reaching it. The second way is to prevent the oxygen from fire. That is the second way. No supply of oxygen means no fire. If oxygen is not reached at the fire, it will not burn. It will stop. Small fires can be put out or smothered with a damp blanket or a sack. So, small fires can be put out. It can be extinguished, smothered with a damp blanket if we cover it with suffocate with lack of air. If we quickly cover it with a damp blanket or sack, this stops oxygen reaching the burning material. So when we throw a damp blanket or a sack over a burning material, how does the fire stops? Because oxygen flows may be blocked. It does not allow oxygen to reach the burning material. तो वो सैक है वो बर्निंग मटेरियल्स को ऑक्सीजन अलाउ नहीं करते. सो द थर्ड वे ऑफ पुटिंग आउट अ फायर इज टू रिमूव फ्रॉम द हीट. इफ द टेम्परेचर कैन बी ब्रॉट डाउन बिलो द फ्लैश पॉइंट, so we know one fact that burning a flash point temperature is necessary. Its temperature is necessary for each and every fuel. If we block the temperature down, we can stop the fire. You blow on a burning matchstick or a candle to put it out. That is why a candle, a burning match, and it will stop immediately. In doing so, you remove the hot air around the flame, bringing down its temperature below the flash point. So when you blow, what you do? You remove the air from the flame. Then bring down the temperature back to the flash point, and the candle goes out and the candle will stop burning. Sometimes water is sprayed on a fire. It absorbs heat from the burning fuel and lowers the temperature. Why we spray or pour water on fire? Because it absorbs heat from the burning fuel and lowers the temperature. When the temperature lowers to the flash point, the fire will extinguish. The blanket of water also cuts off the supply of oxygen and the fire is extinguished. Okay, another benefit of pouring water in the blanket of water over the fuel that stop the supply of oxygen and the fire is extinguished. तो fire रुक जाती है.